Hey guys, so hopefully it's not blurry because on my screen it looks like this video is blurry. So hopefully it's not blurry. So yeah, I don't really know what this video is going to be about. I just felt like doing a video, so because it's been a hard night with Savannah, and I don't know how you guys are, but if my baby, okay, first of all, I like to have me time at night, regardless, okay, like, regardless how late it gets. I need me time, unless, of course, I'm sick with a headache or something, then all bets are off, and I want to go to sleep and kill that headache off. When I have headaches, I do go to sleep really early. My husband loves it, because, of course, he loves going to bed super early. Like, a few nights ago, well, first of all, I was sleep deprived, and, I was very sleep deprived. I only probably had like an hour and a half sleep because Savannah, you know, because I can't just take naps whenever I want. You know, obviously I have to make sure my kids are taken care of. So, and China was in school, and I had to pick her up and stuff. So there wasn't no time for a nap. So around 5 o'clock, oh, my husband was working overtime. He's been working overtime a lot lately. But yeah, my husband didn't get home till like almost 6. No, I scratched that. He got home at 5. I think he got off at 4:30. He was home by 5. So, we went to dinner. We went out to dinner, and my head started just pounding. Like, because when I have lack of sleep, I get really bad headaches. Just tired headaches, you know? Just my body's tired and it needs to rest. And that's my way of my body telling me, hey, you know, you need your sleep. So, yeah, we rushed through dinner, literally, and we went home, and I went to bed, like, at 6:45. We were back by that point, and I just went to bed, and, I love my husband so much. He, you know, got the kids ready for bed and everything, and he was in bed by, like, 7:30. So that was awesome, and I felt a lot better, like, around 3 in the morning. Like, I was in bed till, like, 7 a.m., but Savannah was waking up. Actually, Savannah was doing pretty good that night, but she did wake up around 3 a.m. to, like, 6 a.m., so I was kind of up with her, and that's, you know, but, you know, it's whatever. And my poor husband had to work the weekend, too, so that sucked. I believe this was a Friday. Yeah, it was Friday the 13th, so yeah. Friday the 13th was a pretty good day, you know, besides me being so tired and getting the headache. But anyways, that's totally off subject. What was my point? But yes, I like to have me time no matter what. Like, I need me time, some kind of me time, like at least 2 hours of me time. And I know I probably shouldn't do that because that's, you know, how I get behind on sleep. Because if Savannah just goes to sleep, like at a ridiculous time at night or morning or whatever you want to call it, then, you know, if I have me time still, and I do have resistance of having me time when it gets too late, like right now. But, like today, my daughter does not have school, so my daughter will sleep in. It's January 16th, so it's Martin Luther King Day. So, I know I can definitely sleep in till around 11 or 12, so that's good, because she likes to sleep in, so that's really good. So I get to have a few hours sleep. Like, if I get 5 straight hours, I'm good. You know, I'm perfectly good, so that will be fine. So, and after I make this video, I'm gonna, I don't know if I'm gonna upload it, or depends how I feel about the video, see how long it gets, and see about, like, what I talk about. Because I have lots of videos that I make, and I don't like them. Like, I cannot even stand myself in some of my videos. So, and this video looks blurry. I don't know if it's my eyesight or what, but it looks blurry. But, yeah, so, yeah, do you guys have me time? Do you make sure you have some kind of me time? I don't know, I just feel like it's necessary for a mother to have me time, because, I mean, we do everything, and, you know, we deserve me time, you know, we really do. But anyways, I kind of want to get in, I kind of want to talk about how it is to be a mother at a really young age. You know, I always get, like, in public, too, like, how old are you? Like, 'cause my daughter's going to be 8 in a few days, and people think I'm her sister. I always get that. So, you know, being a mom, I was 15 and a half when my daughter was born. And it's crazy to think how young I was. It is just crazy. It's crazy to be 23 and to think how young I was. Like, you guys have no idea how crazy it is to me. If it's hard, it's really hard because, like, I'm baffled by myself. Like, wow, I was 15. Like, that is so young. Like, I think that's just so young. But when I was 15, I'm the same person. You know, I am. Yeah, of course, I've lived a lot. You know, I've lived now more, and I've, you know, experienced more things in my life. But the want to be a mother is the same as when I was 15. Now, if somebody has a want to be something in life, whatever it is, you know, if it's a passion for some kind of career of theirs or whatever it is, if someone has a passion for something, you know, at a young age, and if that passion doesn't go away after years and years, you can bet you that they're going to try to become or try to get what I can't say get, they're going to try to achieve that, you know, that goal, you know, like, if a young girl wants to be a mother, if a little girl really likes baby dolls and really wants to have a baby, you can guarantee she's going to have a baby, and she's going to try to have a baby at a young age. Now, I want to kind of just go in I'm not going to, like, get all into detail in this video, but I just kind of want to explain something, or just tell you guys, like, when I was ever since I could remember, I loved babies. I loved babies. I don't know why. I still do have my baby dolls that I used to play with, and I remember getting my doll Madison. I named them at a very young age. At 5 years old, I got my doll Madison on my 5th birthday, and I named it Madison. And I played a Madison for years, and I just added more babies to my collection. Now Savannah and Cheyenne play with them, you know. And like, one year, my birthday, my mom asked me what I wanted, and almost like every Christmas and birthday, I would ask for something for my dolls. It's crazy, like a baby car seat, clothes for my dolls, and I would spend my own money that I had and bought baby doll, bought real clothes, because my doll Madison's huge. It's like a freaking 1-year-old, like a 6-month-old size baby doll. And that doll has lots of meaning because my grandma, like, Madison is so old. Like I said, you know, I got Madison when I was 5. And so Madison started falling apart, you know, after years of me playing with him or him, I don't know. Her is usually a her, but, you know, I changed the gender. I actually changed. Madison's name has changed throughout the years, but it's Madison to me because it's what the name was for the longest time. But anyways, my grandma sewed Madison's arms back on and legs. Like, Madison was, you know, took a whooping, you know, but, you know, just old. But my grandma passed away, so I don't really let the kids play with Madison because, like, Madison's very special to me. But I always wanted a baby. I always wanted a baby. Now, it's just hard. Like, okay, like, the reason why, okay, like, when I was little, I just loved babies. I don't know why, but, like, I was the mama, you know, like, you would not see a 5-year-old little girl, a normal, typical 5-year-old girl, playing with a baby doll like how I would. Like, I was serious about it, you know, like, it was crazy. Like, my grandma, I guess, told my mom not to worry about it. She'll grow out of this stage, but my mom was always worried, supposedly, because she knew how, you know, how serious I took it and how I treated them like baby dolls. I mean, I would put them in the car seat in the car, and I would drag the strollers around and bring them to the store. I mean, I was crazy. And I would convince my friends that they were real. Like, I was insane crazy. Like, I loved my freaking baby dolls. So, but as I got older, of course, you know, I was still playing baby dolls at 12, and that sounds crazy because, like, I met my husband at 14. I think I wasn't really playing baby dolls, like, for a year prior to meeting my husband. I stopped around 13. And I still had them and stuff, you know. But, yeah, the reasons that I wanted a baby, when it came close, you know, when I, like, met my husband and stuff, like, when I got into being a teen, the reasons kind of changed. And I guess I'll talk about that in this video. It's just really because I didn't feel loved, I guess, and I just really wanted, I guess, you know, I don't know if it was so much that I did not feel loved. I didn't feel loved, not very loved by my family, but I could not even show my love to my family because that's just the kind of people they are. Like, my mom, like, I couldn't express how much I loved them, you know, like, it was just a bad situation. It's just, I don't want to talk about it, but, and I just think that's a really big part of it. I wanted to be a mom. I wanted to love, you know, somebody, and someone to love me back. And I know, like, that's just, like, the typical thing, like, that's what young girls say when they have a baby, that I wanted to love something. Well, yeah, but everyone said, oh, you know what, once that baby comes, it's just more than love, you know, baby needs more than love. But the thing of it is, I actually had a baby, and I wasn't stupid. Like, I wasn't trying to sleep with anybody to have a baby. Like, I had opportunities to sleep with guys, but I wasn't into them, and me and my husband connected, and he never forced me to try to have sex with him or nothing like that. It just happened, and I fell in love with my husband. And I actually this is kind of like the weird thing, like, before I met my husband and stuff, I always thought, you know, I didn't care, you know, if I got married or whatever, because I came from a single mother household. Like, I didn't have a father. Oh, I did, and I do have a father, but he's just a low life, whatever. So I didn't think so much like my baby needed a father. My baby just needed me. That's how I thought, you know. But I'm so glad that didn't happen, because I'm so happy that my kids have a good dad, and I'm just so happy. Like, I never even thought real dads existed. Like, you know, I didn't come from that kind of household. I came from a broken family, you know, a single mother house, you know, a mom trying to make it with her kids, you know. So I'm so happy that I did the right, I made the right, I'm so happy that my gut feeling was right when I met my husband. And, you know, I did have boyfriends, like, nothing serious. Like, I lost my virginity to my husband. Like, yeah, you know, I was a shy girl. I was a very shy girl, believe it or not. And, with my husband, though, I felt I could be different. Like, I could be not so shy with him and be myself, and it was just amazing. And I just knew he was the one to have babies with, and that's why, like, you know, like, of course I could, you know, there were people I could have definitely lost my virginity to and had sex with and gotten pregnant, but I knew it wasn't for me. I knew that they didn't care about me. You know, I was talking to my husband for a while before I even met him, and I think I explained that story, how we met before. I met him through my friend Christina, who is now passed away. They met off of a chat line on the internet, and they met each other, and I guess they didn't like each other, so she gave me his number, and we start talking, and then we met each other. And ever since, we've basically been in love. And I know it sounds really corny, but I even believe he told me he loved me before he even met me. Me and my husband just talked for hours on the phone, hours. And I remember his mom, because his family's from Europe, and they came to visit him because he owned his own house and stuff. He was only 23, and he was on the phone with me. It was like, I don't know, like 6 a.m. or something like that, and his mom, I guess, was getting up, and she's like, "You're still on the phone?" And she's like, "Who are you talking to?" Of course, in their language, and all I hear is like her like yelling kinda, and I guess, you know, I heard my name. He said Chloe, and she, I guess, knew how old I was, and I guess he told me that she said, "What does a 14-year-old have to talk about for that long?" Like, I'm stupid, you know, like, I would have nothing to talk about. So, yeah, I didn't like that, but, me and his mom get along great now, you know, so, I guess it was shocking, like, it must have been shocking that her 23-year-old son was on the phone with a 14-year-old. I mean, that must have been a shock to them. And I'm sure no one thought we would make it. You know, like when my family first met my husband, all they tried to do was just say, hey, you know, like, Chloe's this and that. Like, they just talked down about me, putting me down left and right. And my husband's like, you know what? I've been talking to this girl for months, and, you know, we talk for hours on the phone, and I love her. And I love the way she is. I love how goofy she is. I love her, you know, and, you know, he didn't care. He did not run away from my crazy, crazy family. No, I was not pregnant then. This was in December 2002, and I did not get pregnant until May 2003. So he could have left. I mean, my husband did not have to put up with everything he put up with to be with me. He put up with a lot. He sat in the living room just to see that my mom would, after we got caught, because I snuck out to meet my husband in the beginning, but after my mom found out about that, my mom only allowed us to hang out in her living room, and he was fine with that. You know, that's all we did was just be in the living room and watch movies. And he could have left me for someone that was older, you know, someone that had more freedom, but he wasn't just for the sex, you know, like, it was a real relationship, and we really loved each other. So, of course, I wanted to have a baby with him. Of course, you know. And it just, I mean, getting pregnant with Cheyenne was the best thing. I mean, I want to cry just thinking about it, but it was just the best thing that ever happened to me, and it really makes me like happy tears. This is happy tears. Like, the whole pregnancy with her was just so magical, and I was never scared about anything in her pregnancy. I just couldn't. I was counting the days on my calendar when she'd be born. You know, and when she was born, I just fell in love with her, and I was doing it on my own for 2 months because I was still living with my mom. My mom would not even help me, nothing at all. And my husband had to beg me because his family came to see Cheyenne when she was first born, and a few days after she was born, we got home from the hospital, maybe about a week. My husband told me, you know, he wants to take her to show his parents, and he's like, and you get a break too, you can get some sleep too, because he knew I wasn't, you know, he would come over every night after work, and he seen how tired I was, you know, like, he seen how tired I was, but, you know, we just hung out, like, you know, I did not even expect him, like, to, Cheyenne was my baby. I don't know, I just, like, in the beginning, it's like, Cheyenne was my baby, and I knew it was his, too, but, like, I didn't, like, even expect for him to give me money or nothing for her. Like, I just loved her so much, and I wanted to do everything for her, but I knew he had to give me money, because I have no other source of money, but, like, I felt so weird and awkward taking his money. Like, I remember he gave me $100, because I stayed with him, the day we got home from the hospital, like that. I didn't sleep over, but just that night, I just, you know, like, just hanging out at his house. And before he brought me home, he gave me $100, and I just felt so awkward, you know, like, just so awkward. And I made that $100 last, like, for a month. Like, seriously, I did not buy myself one thing. Like, I remember feeling so guilty that I bought Cheyenne a Valentine's teddy bear, because she was born January 22nd. She was born. So it was close to Valentine's Day, and I bought her a Valentine's Day outfit and diapers. You know, I just made sure she had everything she needed. But, like, when he took her, I'm like, make sure you bring her back, like, in 2 hours. And I missed her, you know, like, I did not want her to leave. And it was just, like, the first time I was ever apart from her. But then I ended up, like, hella falling asleep, you know, like, I was, you know, of course, 2 hours, I'm gonna fall asleep. And, he called, and I'm like, you can have her a little longer. So I didn't end up getting her till later that day. But he would come over every night, and I would just love to hang out with him, you know, we're just hanging out as, like, a little family. And, yeah, it was just really nice. And I fed Cheyenne throughout the night. I did everything, you know, I did everything. There was not a moment I ever said, oh, damn it, I'm 15, I'm way too young to have a baby. Like, I never thought that, and people think I'm so weird. But I was just meant to be a mother. That's, some people are just born to be something in life. And the thing I was meant to be was a mother. And, you know, that might sound stupid to some people that are all about having a career and stuff like that, but you know, there's nothing like being a mother. I mean, I know it's good to have a career, don't get me wrong, and everything like that, but, my kids definitely come first, and that's what I wanted, and I would never take it back for the world. I mean, never. Like, Cheyenne was the best thing that ever happened to me. I love her so much. Like, I don't even want to think about what, you know, like, how life would be if I didn't have her, or I don't even wish I would have had her later on in life, to tell you guys the truth, because I'm only 23, my daughter is going to be 8, and we are so close. We're like that, you know, like, it is awesome. And, you know, it like, after I had my, like, I got pregnant again, like, when Cheyenne was 11 months old, and that was my miscarriage baby, and I was pregnant 4 months, and I lost Cameron on St. Patrick's Day of 2005, and I'm not gonna lie, that scared the shit out of me when I found out I was pregnant with Cameron. And what's weird is that today is January 16th, and I found out, 5 years ago? Yeah? No, 7 years ago, that I was pregnant with Cameron. So, wow, that's really 7 years ago? Shit. Wow. So yeah, today, yeah, 7 years ago today, I found out I was pregnant with Cameron, and I was scared. I was very, 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 very scared. I didn't have a good feeling. I knew it was too soon to have another baby. I loved Cheyenne so much, and I just wanted me and her to have our time, and I wasn't very happy about it, I'm not gonna lie. And I think that's why God took Cameron away from me, because I did not appreciate Cameron enough, and I think that's what he did. And it's just the weirdest feeling, you know, being pregnant and not being so confident about a pregnancy, but then the moment you start bleeding and the moment you realize that your baby's gone, how everything changes, and how you don't wish for nothing but that baby to be born. It is a weird, weird, weird feeling. And my husband felt the same thing. I remember we were living with my sister at the time. That's a whole other story. And we're laying on the couch together, and he was holding me. We're like in a ball, like he was behind me, and he was just holding me, and we were both crying our eyes out on my sister's couch. I'll never forget that. But yeah. So, anyways, it's just really weird how I can go from not being so happy about something and then losing it, and then wishing that never happened, and just wanting that baby more than anything in the world. And that's why I believe God gave me my son a month later. We shouldn't have conceived my son through the circumstances. I'm not going to get into it, but I got pregnant with my son, I believe, on my birthday of 2005. So, yeah, but then, you know, bad things happened. Like, when my son was born, the epidural messed up. The person that did it messed up, poked me a million different times in my back, and I have nerve damage now because of it. After I had my son, I could barely walk. I was having spasms, didn't know what they were. I was told it was normal. It wasn't normal. It only got worse, and my husband even called the anesthesiologist and told him, like, after 2 months, like, hey, she's still hurting, what's going on, you know, why is there a big swollen bubble up, you know, right above my butt, with fluid, like, there's fluid. Yeah, just put a long story short, I now have nerve damage, and it was because of what they did to me, and I'll have spasms shooting down my leg, and if I don't take medication, I'll have sporadic spasms that I don't even know when the spasms happen. Like, it just hits me, and then and if it's a hard spasm, I had spasms before that just came, shot down my freaking leg, and I would fall, I would just collapse, because that's how strong they were. That's back when I was on no medication, and my husband was like, what the hell is going on? You know, like, it was scary, because I would fall, without knowing about it, and wherever I was, and it was dangerous, because sometimes I fell in messed up spots, and I would hurt my other body parts, you know, and when you're having a spasm, like at least how mine are, you're just there, like, it is just the weirdest feeling, the spasm. You cannot even move. It's just, you feel it twitching and it hurts, and you have to wait like a few minutes. Like it's numb, it like numbs your whole leg up. It's really, really weird. What's weird is that when I got the epidural of my son, it didn't even numb me. Like, it was weird. Like, it did not even take like only half my stomach, but I felt everything with my son. My legs didn't get numb at all or nothing. I had epidural Cheyenne, and that worked good. Like, my legs were numb, and it was nice. It worked with my daughter all the way. With Savannah, they gave it to me so fast, I was already pushing her, and it never took effect. Oh god, that's the whole other thing. When they told me that I didn't have that stupid epidural, because I did not really want one, because I was so freaked out that they were going to paralyze me. And that's exactly how it felt. They told me that I had to have one, or else I was going to have a C-section, because I was having really high blood pressure when I was delivering Savannah. And I guess her heart rate was going crazy. They told me I need to relax. My body was, in way too much pain. So when he was trying to give me the epidural normally, which they raised the bed up hella high, and she would not even let my husband hold me. She was just in the way. She told my husband to sit down, and she would not even let my husband near me. And I remember I was like, I have feet spasms all the time, and my feet were like twitching and stuff, so my feet were moving. She's like, don't touch me with your feet, don't touch me with your feet. And I'm like, I can't help it. My feet are having spasms. And because he was trying to get me, I guess before he even put the needle in, he put some kind of other needle, I guess, to numb your back. I don't know. I was already having spasms then. And when he was trying to put oh god, I don't want to talk about it. He was trying to put the epidural needle in my back. My whole freaking back spasmed. And I was crying. And I told him, please don't do it. Please don't do it. And then the lady kept saying, oh, pain medicine's not going to work because you're taking pain medicine. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. But he told her, he's like, shut up. I'm going to give her the pain medicine. He's like, lay down, lay on your side. Like, after, like, almost half an hour trying to get the epidural in my back. And in the meantime, I'm having contractions after contractions, like, seconds apart from each other. And I could not even stay still because it hurt so bad. Because I was having so many contractions because it got induced. Horrible. But he laid me down, and he, I guess, gave me medicine through my IV, which I know, I'm very confident, that was all I needed. That, like, freaking made me all fuzzy feeling, and I knew I could have delivered her definitely just on that. I did not need that epidural, because I was so zoned out of it, because I was probably so high with that drug they gave me, that, I don't even really realize that he was giving me the epidural, because I was laying down on my side, which he says, they usually never do that for people, but in my situation, I had to have it. He could have just left me on the pain medicine, because she was born, like, seriously, like, 5 minutes after the epidural. That could have been, I believe it was because of the pain medicine. My body was already enough to relax, and I was already feeling pressure when he was giving me the epidural. Her head was already down there. It was ridiculous. But, so when they gave me the epidural, like I said, like, once he was done, I was freaking pushing that baby out, and they told me to not push her out instead of wait for a doctor. But yeah, that's basically my labor and delivery story. But yeah, it was horrible. It was really horrible. Thank goodness that, I didn't get paralyzed through the epidural. He did take his time after I was laying on my side. That's why he wanted to make sure I was relaxed, make sure he could just, concentrate and put it where it was. And plus, I told them while I was getting induced about my back and everything about it and what happened last time, so they were really prepared, and they got my medical records from my doctor's office, so they knew where my nerve damage was and where they put me last time and all that stuff. So I'm very lucky that I don't got nothing horribly wrong with me. But after I did have Savannah, my back hurt a lot. It was just really, really sore, and it was really bad for a while, but it's just how it normally is, which is not good. And I actually have to get an MRI done on the 18th, so, because my sclerosis, I have really bad curves in my back, and with the nerve damage and bulging disc, so I haven't had a MRI done on my whole back in a few years, so they're going to see if my curves are worse or not. So anyways, this video is probably long enough, and I talked about a whole bunch of stuff. Like I said, I do random vlogs. I'm sorry if this is a long video. I really apologize. I don't expect no one to really watch them. I just, I like to look back on them, so, but if you guys, like whatever I said, then that's good. And if you guys watched it, that's awesome. Just right, I'm awesome if you watched it all, so, yeah. Anyways, I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for watching. Sorry I got kind of emotional in some parts. It's just, being a mother makes me very emotional because, like, my kids are everything to me. And I had them at a very young age, but I'm one of those rare people that don't regret having kids at a young age at all. They're the best thing that ever happened to me, all of my kids. And I wish Cameron, which is my angel baby, was here with me, because one thing I'm going to definitely tell Cameron whenever I go to heaven, whenever I see Cameron again, hopefully, I'm going to tell Cameron that I'm sorry that I didn't appreciate my pregnancy with Cameron, and I shouldn't have been scared, but, you know, I do blame that on my young age. I was only 16, and I had a baby that wasn't even 1 yet, and, you know, that was scary. I just wanted to spend time with Cheyenne, but it's really a bittersweet thing, because, like, if Cameron were to be here with us, then I would have never had Owen. So, I don't know how to feel about this, but I do believe in my heart Cameron was a girl. And it's a silly reason why I kind of think Cameron was a girl, but all my girls, Savannah and Cheyenne, were born on the 22nd of the month. Well, I started bleeding on March 17th with Cameron, but I had my D&C, which is like taking Cameron out or whatever, on March 22nd. So I find it kind of funny, actually, that Cheyenne's in January, Owen's in March, and Owen's in February, and Cameron's in March, and Savannah's in October, which is off. But I'm in April, so, and my husband's in May. So yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I think Cameron was a girl because she was born, or however you want to call it, on the 22nd. Just how Cheyenne and Savannah are, and I always just felt like it was a girl. My husband's mom told me that Cameron was a boy, a sick boy, that she does, like, she predicts stuff. I don't know, like, with her, I don't know, she has a way of doing it. But I think she got it mixed up, because she told me that Owen was going to be a girl. Well, I definitely think Owen was my sick little boy, because he was very sick as a baby. He was throwing up a lot and stuff, and I definitely think Cameron was my little girl, Cameron Bailey. So, anyways, if I ever see Cameron, I'm going to definitely tell Cameron that I'm sorry, that I did not appreciate, you know, while she was living inside of me. And I remember the day before my D&C, or the morning of my D&C, I was in my sister's bathroom, and I was holding on to my belly, and I was crying, because I knew, you know, that was the last time me and Cameron were going to be together. So, even though Cameron was 6 weeks passed away inside of me, it didn't matter, like, she was inside of me. Because I was, like, over 14 weeks pregnant, I believe, when everything happened, and Cameron only grew to be 8 weeks and 3 days along. And it makes me mad at myself, because I did get a MRI done on my head, on my brain, because I had really bad pain in my head, and I found out that I had a really bad sinus infection. So, yeah, I really wish I never got that done, because who knows, maybe Cameron would be here, but everything happens for a reason, supposedly. So, anyways, I talked way too much once again, so I'm sorry, and I'll talk to you later, hopefully in a shorter video. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.